जयपुर वाया कोटा।
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Express Robosi Station Netaji Bhawan. कृपया ध्यान दो.
मैं आपको 10 सेकंड दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि क्या है ना, when IPL starts, I don't have words, and when you see my face, you don't have words. So I thought we both should take 10 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1, cue.
Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'd like you to meet our floor manager giving me the cue, Mr. Harsha Bhogle. Bade bhai, hello sir, how are you?
Very well, very well. Good to see your hair's grown again.
Yeah, no, I just got it cut today. अच्छा ये वाली बात कर रहे हो,
जो भी
दाढ़ी की बात कर रहे हो. Oh, okay. That's my chest hair is also. But anyway, I'm Gaurav Kapur. I have just attained puberty before reaching the studio, so it's good to be here. I have Mr. Joy Bhattacharjya.
Who can't remember that?
Puberty. Within the first 5 minutes, around 10 seconds, you have puberty, flow manager. What is going on?
What is going on?
Show. Get back.
There is a saying in Hindi, कि थोड़ी तो मर्यादा रखिए, right? But what has happened is
मर्यादा
that
नाम की पिक्चर थी राज खन्ना राजकुमार 1970s.
70s.
हाँ.
Sir has come
He's come
very forward.
Yeah.
Sir has come very forward. Normally, Mr. Bhogle gives us references from the early 50s, from the late 30s, when he was a schoolboy going to what they were called the talkies at the time. But I'm glad 70s. Sir, आपने thank you.
I know he's come to color.
Yeah, he's going to color. I like it. I just want to ask the two of you, does it seem like this has come really quickly? Does it seem like we were here just very recently, the IPL just got over and it's back again?
Yes, there's one memory we don't want to remember in the middle, which is there's something that happened on 19th of December and November. Other than that, it seems as if, nothing has happened in between.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
No, not
That has taken 16 sessions of hypnotherapy to wipe my mind clear. But yeah, we are. I think this is happening because ICC has one grand multi-nation tournament every year. And then the IPL happens every year. It just feels like these carnivals are happening much quicker.
Also, it takes about a week or so for the IPL to die off. And then about a month before the IPL, everyone starts talking about it.
Yeah.
Then there's an auction in between. So you get the feeling that the IPL's never really gone away.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that I'm spending far too much time with the two of you all the time.
But to be honest, you get that feeling within 5 minutes, don't you?
It's already been too long.
Yeah. It's like he spends 5 minutes with us and he thinks that's 6 minutes too many. But I want to tell you, today, he's going to be spending a little more than 5 minutes with us because this is the curtain raiser. This is the introduction. This is what the hell's going on with all the teams, man? Because I'll be very honest with you. ये auction के बाद and with all the injuries, with all the trades, with all the transfers, I'm just a tad confused. Who's playing for who?
You will be confused. You. Whenever you last followed cricket, tell me, you going to music concerts with Miran's, Sheeran?
Sheeran, not Miran.
Sheeran is not a dish.
Because you were listening to Punjabi music, I thought.
That's right, we were.
Bad joke, bad form. We'll get back to cricket.
No, that's fine. I of course, did enjoy the Ed Sheeran concert, but not as much as I enjoyed hanging out with him. That was obviously
very subtly put.
You had to.
Very subtly put. I thought I'd lead him in, but I didn't realize he'd do it so subtly.
Hashtag humble brag. But yeah, I think that honestly, I've now decided that my area of specialization is T20 cricket. So I'm just watching all the T20 leagues all over the world. There's so many happening. There's, of course, Mushtaq Ali happening in India. So there's a lot of young players who come from there. And we've seen with the auction as well. So we'll be discussing all of them. The young players, the international ones, the big transfers, the big news, who's injured, who's playing, who's not, and of course, who's got a chance. Just to remind you of what happened, I know it seems like it was very recent, but just to remind you of what happened in the previous season and who finished where. It was that young man from Chennai who lifted his 5th trophy. What's his name? Upcoming player, really promising future.
The one with the new haircut.
New haircut, buff, lives in Ranchi. MS Dhoni, that's right, thank you. MS Dhoni, that young upcoming player. I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because ये डॉन की तरह हर साल अपना रूप बदल के आ जाते हैं.
He's midway through his CSK career.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. We're not even speculating anymore.
This reminds me exactly of Rupert Murdoch, who just got married, I think, or plans to get married for the 6th time, and said, "I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with her." Which I mean,
What's the best
majority
definition
my life.
of a 6th marriage that you heard?
A triumph of hope?
Correct.
Triumph of
Hope over experience.
That's true, and go optimistic guy.
So why has Dhoni grown his hair again? Do you think he's
Because
saying...
he can.
No. Good point.
Why are all of you sledging the senior citizen in this room?
No, but listen, it's for those of you who are not of our vintage, we of course are from the black and white television era, me as well. I had a black and white TV. I have to tell you that after a certain age, just the fact that you can grow your hair is enough reason to actually grow your hair. And MS Dhoni's shown he's superhuman.
Exactly. He's gone back to exactly very close to the style of 2007, the World Cup, which might tell you also this is a starting and an ending, but every time we think there is an ending, there is no ending. The movie goes on, which is not a bad thing at all. Nobody's complaining about the movie going on. But also, he's the only man who head of states comment on his hairstyle. So the last person to give him hairstyle advice was Pervez Musharraf, who said that you should keep this hairstyle of yours.
Oops.
Of course, Dhoni goes and promptly cuts it immediately afterwards, but that didn't matter to anyone. Didn't matter to his performance.
He did it though. He's got a 5th trophy. He's still captaining. And of course, he still has that Midas touch. I mean, I don't even know what more we can say about him. So I don't think we will. I think we'll just quickly talk about the team and what he can do with it. We, of course, know that when you talk about Chennai, you got to talk about Kiwis. And they've got 2 very interesting Kiwis in their mix who they got in the auction. I'm very excited, Harsha, to see both Rachin Ravindra and Daryl Mitchell. And now Rachin Ravindra will for sure play with Devon Conway injured. Rachin Ravindra opens and gives you spin. Just the kind of player Dhoni wants.
And he's got long hair too.
Yeah, and he's a Ravindra.
Correct. They have to have Kiwis in their squad, just as like Mumbai has to have Sri Lankans, like Lucknow has to have Ashton Turner. You have to have.
You slipped that in there.
Oh.
But I think it's perfect because I'm backing him to have a big season this year. Rachin Ravindra. As long as he comes to terms with the pressure of playing for Chennai Super Kings in an IPL. These 2 were standout players for New Zealand at the World Cup. But while it's a big deal playing the World Cup for New Zealand, when you come to India and you're part of Chennai and everyone is around you, I mean, the welcome he would have got in Chennai is a welcome he would not have known existed when he was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So suddenly the pressure of opening the batting for Chennai Super Kings, if he can handle that, and everything suggests that he can so far, if he can handle that, I'm backing him to have a big season.
Well, there's more people in and around Chepauk than there are on South Island in New Zealand.
I've been in Chennai for a month, close to Chepauk, and the city is unbelievable. It's just a sea of yellow. Yeah. So normally what happens is you have a team hotel like the Leela, where you know that, okay, fine, the CSK team is here and it's going to be full. But all the other hotels, you have guys flying in, and there's this whole group of people in the Taj who are like influencers from South Africa, from England, who are getting together, making reels. See, the other point is they're all thinking this is maybe Dhoni's last season, which of course that story's been going on for quite a while, and I hope that story doesn't end in the near future. But that's the thing. The influence he has on a complete city, I have to say even Sachin didn't have that kind of influence that the way he has in Chennai.
I noticed though that his subtlety has just drifted across into you. When I was at Leela, when I was at the Taj,
No.
Five-star आदमी है sir. 5-star आदमी है. 5-star में तो घूमेंगे.
But what he says is true. Dhoni and Chennai, the only comparable is Kohli and RCB.
Yep.
There is no other comparison. And Dhoni, because he's delivered so many titles, but Chennai is a little more understated than Bangalore. But yes, that connection, there has been a stronger connection. And this year, his knees are working.
Yeah.
Don't forget last year when he was going lower and lower down the order, he was playing with bad knees.
Yep.
As soon as the IPL was over, he got knee surgery done.
Yeah.
So who knows? He might just go and whack a few more this year.
But can I tell you, like last year, he was the Hubble telescope, right? He was hobbling. But he is a telescope because he can see into space and he can see ahead and he can see things which others can't. And that's what allows him to have this Midas touch. He can take players who are not having the greatest run in that format and just turn them. It does a 180 to them.
You just have to look at Shardul. Shardul with Dhoni, Shardul without Dhoni.
Yeah, and now with Dhoni again this year.
And with Dhoni, and there's two others. Yeah, and look, and Shardul's just coming off a dream run in the Ranji Trophy. You might well say, Ranji Trophy final is different, T20 is different. For the Lord, it doesn't matter. But he has this ability to make things happen. But far more dramatic than that are two batters, Ajinkya Rahane and Shivam Dube. Now, Shivam Dube is this slightly misfiring, on the big occasion, oops, under pressure, what will Shivam Dube do? Dhoni gives him a clear role. You are my spin beast. You annihilate the opposition spin. That's it. You go. He's got what do we commentators call it? Long levers.
Long levers.
So use your long levers and
to throw the kitchen sink at it.
Yes.
Yes.
Good on you. You'll make a good commentator.
Thank you.
And Ajinkya Rahane's strike rate last year was 172.
Yeah.
And Ajinkya said he just gave me a role.
Yep.
He told me, this is what I want from... He didn't say, do this. He said, no, you know how to do it. This is your role. Shivam Dube, this is your role. It reminded me of what Shane Warne used to do at Rajasthan Royals as well.
Yeah.
This is your role. So what he does, the best explanation or the best illustration I got was from one of the many Kutti stories that Ashwin does.
Yeah.
Where he said he's like a film director with a script.
Yeah.
He's got and then he casts. He doesn't pick players. He picks actors for specific roles.
Lovely analogy.
He's like a casting going on in Chennai Super Kings.
I think that's great because I guess that's the quality of a great manager. It's such a short game anyway. It's hyper specialization, clarity and communication of the role, and say do the role and that's fine. If you can't play the role on that day, that's okay. We'll live to fight another day.
Absolutely. And this is one thing that I keep telling people because, they talk about coaches.
Yeah.
And I said, nobody in the IPL, the captain or the coach are actually coaches. Which coach? Is Chandrakant Pandit going to teach Andre Russell how to bat or hit sixes? He can't.
Yeah.
What he can say is that, what can you do for this team? And how can I keep you healthy and involved throughout?
I think just
that's
optimizing their talent for the benefit of the team.
And I just come from a management conference.
Sounds like it, doesn't it? Optimizing their talent for the benefit of the team.
Yeah, but did you notice something very subtle? Not subtle. Subtle.
Okay. No.
One of my
friends. I had to pick my example.
One of my friends once said, who decided B should be silent? Why not T? And the boss went into a major advertising pitch and said, our advertising tone this year is very subtle.
Oh.
Because that's what they were saying. Did you notice in the absolute midst of a CSK conversation, KKR came in?
Yeah, that's right. He just does it.
I also got to Shardul, who was the last playing there.
We'll get there. I think they've got a good team again.
He does it. He figures it out. But we're going to we just round up the conversation with Chennai. Of course, like we say, Midas touch with the captain. Which player will he turn around this year? Which player will he just cast in a role that you haven't seen that player in before and make them win the Oscar? Right?
Rachin Ravindra maybe.
Let's look at that squad.
Don't forget he did with Pathirana too. Pathirana of Chennai was very different from Pathirana of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And there you go. Something, there's a youngster there, Hangargekar.
And there's another youngster in that first row they paid a lot of money for, Samir Rizvi.
Yep.
So if there's someone, if Shivam Dube is not available for injury for a period, I can see someone like Samir Rizvi just being thrown in and say, Ja beta khel.
There's an interesting thing, you know what, Harsha, one of the things I was thinking, Hangargekar, all of last year, he sat him down.
Yes. And the year before that.
Yeah, and you're not ready yet. And at some point, he'll throw him in.
Yeah.
Okay? So with Samir Rizvi also, they're quite capable of paying a lot of money. They paid some, 8 odd crores for him.
Yeah, a lot of crores for him.
Yeah. And saying that, okay, sit, watch, be a part of this. See where it goes.
Hangargekar, I thought this might be his year. He played well for Maharashtra. But with Shardul Thakur coming back, with Deepak Chahar coming back,
in form,
and Mukesh Chaudhary coming back, I don't know how much choice he'll have. How many games he'll get.
I think final verdict, it's MS, it's Chennai. Is the verdict going to be anything but thumbs up for them to make the playoffs? Because ultimately, this is an 8-week competition which decides which of the other 9 teams will play Chennai in the playoffs. So I'm giving it a thumbs up.
I have been very brave this time. I've said fingers crossed.
Oh, आपने thumb को retire ही कर दिया.
I have not committed on this one.
He's done some progression analysis.
What
are they? Arithmetic, geometric, and जो ऊपर नीचे जाता है.
The regression analysis. What do
No. Regression is your level, Baba. Harmonic progression.
Can I tell you
Upar
something?
niche.
Can I tell you something? I think that, Joy, remember that you have to take a flight and go back to Chennai for the volleyball final.
I was exactly what I was
Right?
thinking.
So just, that's why I think somewhere he was wanting to go thumbs down, they won't make it to the playoffs, and he said, "Meri flight hai."
I thought the producer said और भी team hai.
Say nahi. Let's go to the runners-up from last year. They were the champions in the first year that they played. We're talking about the Gujarat team. And, we have the election coming up in India. So it's going to, this is another, every 5 years we have a tournament with the backdrop of the election. So obviously there's a lot of logistical warfare that goes on. But this time the tournament will be kept in India. And just like we were the first team, it was like a chief minister who has an endless run, which is MS at Chennai. We now have...
He's got a long, sorry to interrupt you, but he's got a longer run than any Tamil Nadu chief minister. Because I said harmonic progression, it used to be like that. 5 years DMK, 5 years AIDMK. 5 years DMK, 5 years AIADMK.
Yeah.
But the only person who's independent of all that is MS Dhoni.
That is true. And of course, we can still give a Bengal, like a Kolkata example. Jyoti Basu at the time was there.
Yes.
Naveen Patnaik, if we come down a little, down the coast.
That's about it.
Again,
that
that's
kind
it.
of longevity, I think, those.
पर सर अभी जो अगला टीम है उधर तो कहा है कि जो प्रमुख हैं वो पार्टी छोड़ दिए राइट हमें देखिए कहाँ से लैंग्वेज लेके आ रहे हैं सो द हेड ऑफ द पार्टी दिस इज
जनरली उस एरिया में पार्टी नहीं छोड़ते
वहां पे नॉर्मली नहीं छोड़ते you're right but it has happened and the grand homecoming that Hardik spoke about of course happened so he very happy Mumbai ownership of course very happy wanted Hardik to come how did Gujarat react to it and we discussed this of course at length at that point in time and Gujarat there was no other thing Gujarat could do I think they did the best thing when somebody wants to leave there is a buyer. You squeeze the buyer. They got, their books are looking much better because they did that transfer fee and they made the money on that. And now they've put Shubman Gill as captain. Were you a little surprised when they chose Shubman? Because there was also talk, will they make Kane? Will they make Rashid? They both have experience, of course. Rashid also captaining in T20 for his international side. Were you a little surprised?
I was surprised because Kane, has been injury prone and if you want to give somebody a run, I would have given Rashid the run. Definitely, I would have given Rashid the run. But it's interesting because obviously they think that he's going to be the cornerstone of their franchise. I think there are 2 points out here, and I think 2 points you need to know. That one is that whenever you come to a mega auction, there is retention. But retention also depends on the player involved wanting to be retained. So what happens with a guy like Shubman Gill is if you think that he is a generational talent and he's somebody who's going to be there for a long, long time, you're saying, I am making you the corner piece of my franchise. Here you are, you're captain this year, you're young, you're whatever, I'm giving the reins giving the keys of the building to you.
And you're my number one pick next year.
You're my number one pick next year. That is the message you're giving.
Great.
And that's perhaps the reason they're not giving to Rashid, where they could tell Rashid that, look, you're going to come back, you're an important part of it. But hey, Shubman, we are building around you. Okay. And I think it's not a bad idea to build around an Indian player always, because you get that extra. So I think that is a part of what is going on out there.
We spoke about Midas as well. Sorry, can I just add one point about Shubman Gill? Because we spoke about Chennai and the Midas touch they have. Gujarat did a turnaround for Shubman as well because he was not counted as a T20 player when he was playing with the Night Riders.
No, he wasn't retained.
Yeah, wasn't
Venkatesh
retained
Iyer
by
was
them.
retained over him.
Where is he from? Stop it. Stop it.
But last year,
What is this? This is, again, one of the all-time great seasons.
It's just a ridiculous season.
It's silly.
I often say, if any season can remind you of that season.
16 Kohli?
In the IPL, there is only one that season, which is Virat Kohli in 2016 for RCB. If ever a season deserved a title, it was that one.
Yeah.
The only season I can remember, I know Butler's got runs, I know Warner's got runs, but I saw him make, I think, a 60-ball 120, might have been against Mumbai Indians. And I promise you, there were 6, 7, 8 of us in the commentary box, and all of us are, and literally are pushing our jaw up, saying, what player is this? What shots is he playing? And he was doing that in T20. So his season was incredible. The reason it didn't surprise me that much was 2 years earlier, when he was still, or 2, 3 years away, still at KKR. I think Brendan McCullum had told me that if I was in charge of a franchise, I'd tell this kid, look after yourself. You'll be captain for the next 10 years.
Nice.
I think that is what GTF tried to do. And it's very interesting. You and me will talk about this because when we get to Nehra, we have to leave him out.
Yeah.
What did Ashish Nehra say?
I have to recuse myself from the Nehra discussion.
What did Ashish Nehra say? I would try to make him a better human being. And that's not such a bad thing. Better human beings make better captains.
Yeah.
So I think for
that's a lovely
Shubman Gill,
statement.
it's
Put
going
that
to be a
down.
big season because remember, he at some point in the future, he will have India captaincy ambitions. He does very well with Gujarat Titans. He's going to be thinking there beyond. Yeah. I hope he's not thinking too much just now. But yeah, it's going to be a huge season for Shubman Gill.
Can I tell you, while we're talking so much about Gujarat and how much their captain leaving will impact them, I think the one thing probably not being discussed as much and might just impact them even more is the fact that Shami is not
Correct.
there.
Absolutely. No Mohammad Shami is a big thing. They've gone to Umesh Yadav hoping that Umesh Yadav can do a little bit of what Mohammad Shami did for them.
Yeah, but Shami last season was
So
just
also
magic.
Exactly. And see, if you have to look at what Gujarat does, that was the philosophy of Gujarat. Gujarat always said bowlers win you matches.
Yep.
And they backed their bowlers. They always went after good bowling. And that's one thing. They will really struggle. Remember though, Umesh 2-3 years back was sensational with the new ball with Kolkata. Umesh's problem was not being able to complete.
Yeah.
And I think they bought a few players who might be able to bowl, whether it's Spencer Johnson at the end, Josh Little in the middle at the end. I think they've got a little bit of a backup, but without Shami, that bowling attack does not look the same.
And don't forget, last year, they had this unexpected bumper harvest from Mohit Sharma. Mohit Sharma gave them 27 wickets, Rashid Khan 27 wickets, Shami 28 wickets.
All in the
when you have wickets like those, that was the cornerstone. You know, everyone says, bat, bowling theek hai.
Yeah.
Recuse. His friend says, nahi, bowlers win tournaments.
Yeah.
And so you get bowlers who are consistently giving you wickets, whether you're playing T20, I promise you if you're playing T2, still bowlers who give you wickets will never go out of fashion.
You know, I think this is in Delhi, this is the Niti Bagh philosophy. As you know, neighbours, Ajay Jadeja, Ashish Nehra.
Absolutely.
Now in Goa, neighbours, Ajay Jadeja, Ashish Nehra. And they both say that batters win you games, but bowlers win you tournaments. And you can just tell. But that's why you feel like the Shami loss will be a lot for them. But they've also got Spencer Johnson, who is quick.
And had a fabulous big bash.
Yeah.
I remember saying on one of the promos, he's quick. The only thing is, great big bash doesn't translate always into great IPL.
And we've seen that too many times.
Too many times. But
bowlers
Spencer
especially.
Johnson is quick. They're rating him very high. And typical of Ashish will be to say, just go and bowl quick. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
Also, again, let's go back to that point. The 2 bouncers per over is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Premium fast bowling is going to get much more dangerous. Not necessarily because they use the second bouncer in the over, but because you always know that bouncer is coming. You can't walk down the pitch and take your chances with a bowler, say, bowling at 140. Even in Umesh Yadav, if he steams in.
But tell me, this rule is for all the 10 venues?
Yeah.
Because in Delhi and Chennai, you won't even get one shoulder high.
Whack!
But that's the thing, right?
Because and you don't know which Lucknow pitch will turn up.
And Kolkata.
And there was always, like this sign, one for the over, always meant that
Passport.
player could, the batter had an advantage. Now you don't because you got 2 bouncers. This is going to be a very important. Just one last on Gujarat, one last player I want to talk about. Somebody who on Hindi Cricbuzz Live has also been called Harjai. I'm talking about Omar Zai. I won't say who, but he has been once.
They bought him for Pandya. They brought him as like for Pandya.
And he has
takes
had
the new
such
ball
a
for
good
Afghanistan.
year. Yeah.
And has even batted 4th, normally bats 5-6, can finish. The only difference is Pandya has already done it. We think Umar Zai can at this level, and he fills an overseas slot. So Umar Zai coming in has meant that Williamson won't get a slot. Can you imagine the great Kane Williamson is sitting on his lovely beachfront property in Mount Maunganui with the property as far as the eye can see all belongs to him.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, damn, they've got Umar Zai. Where does that leave me?
Yeah.
That's how the IPL functions with your
But wait a minute. So who are your four foreign international?
My 4 foreign players are David Miller, Umar Zai, Rashid Khan, and a fast bowler, Little or Johnson.
Yes, they have
Little Johnson or Noor.
Or Noor.
Or Noor,
depending on the
what
surface.
the pitch is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can do that. There's also Shah Rukh Khan in there, who Ashish Nehra made a statement about. So it's interesting. They've got the finishers, they've got the heavy hitters, and they've got a Sai Sudarshan who has really matured in the last 12 months.
Sai Sudarshan's matured. Sai Kishore has had a fantastic domestic season. It's a superb domestic season.
The thing with Sai Sudarshan is he did very well for India and then went to Tamil Nadu and did score runs. But
Sai Kishore did the...
But Sai Sudarshan at 3, I think they look at either Vijay Shankar or Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
But because of the sub rule, they can then play Shah Rukh Khan down as well and get a spinner in as a sub and then keep their finishing force of Miller, Tewatia and Rashid.
Okay, the verdict on the Gujarat Titans, I'll start. I was a maybe because they're missing Mohammad Shami, who was their linchpin last year. But I am upgrading it because Gujarat, capable of doing Gujarat things. So I'm here now.
How many are you giving thumbs up to? That's my point.
Sadhva, I don't have to decide 4 playoffs.
I think he's gunning for a soft drink contract.
I'm not confused like you. Oh, nice. Well played. So there you go. They've given it a. So that means the fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm also fingers crossed because the whole was greater than the sum of the parts last time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if that can happen every year.
I think they ritually overperform.
Yeah.
But new captain, new season, lots of things. I think it's going to be tough going for them because every other team, it's like an arm race. It's not just where you are. So you've lost a bit of capacity. Others have gained capacity.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So that's Gujarat. Now we have to move to the next team. I am just reading social media and I'm torn, sir, because there are MI fans and there are RCB fans saying, when will our team come? Now, kya kare?
I thought you were looking at social media and saying, okay, is someone as popular as Hardik Pandya, what is social media saying about him? Because who's the big love of social media is Rohit Sharma. And there, in a nutshell, is Mumbai Indians season.
And so here it is, sir. I'm rolling my sleeves up because this is a rolling sleeves up kind of discussion. So let's discuss it now. Because we've all been following social media and this Hardik move to Mumbai has, I feel, it's kind of sent tremors through their fan base,
Polarized.
hasn't it?
It's totally polarized.
It sent tremors. I didn't expect it to be. People have off the reservation.
First time I've seen him start to say a word, stop, start to say another stop, third stop, fourth stop, and he just used a easy escape word.
I did, but I'm just saying, Mumbai fans have just fallen off the rails.
Yes.
Right? Because there's half of them, you're right, polarized is the correct word. There's half of them super happy Hardik is back, and half of them saying, what's going on? What happens to our boys?
So it's heart versus head.
Okay.
So head says, Rohit Sharma is not going to play another 3 years. There's a mega auction coming next year.
Okay.
Rohit Sharma is not going to play for another 3 years. Let's be honest, forget about his team. He's not had a great, personally batting wise, he has not had a great season for the last 4-5 years. He's not done justice to the kind of talent Rohit Sharma is. So they're saying that's Rohit Sharma. So in the future, I'll need to get someone. So I go and speak with the Hardik Pandya. If I'm Hardik Pandya and I'm very justified in turning around and say, look, I am the captain of a championship franchise myself. I've captained one championship franchise. I have the best captaincy record in the IPL, bar none. Even MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma in 2 years have not got one win and one runners up. That too by a last ball, literally by a last ball finish. So if you want me there, ergo I need to be captain.
Fair.
So that's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
So they had to make a call. Now that's the point of it. So they've made that call. I think it would have been better had Rohit Sharma gone somewhere else to play. It didn't turn out that way.
I think if you look at when the call originated, the call I suspect, I don't know for sure, I suspect originated before the World Cup. Now, before the World Cup, you didn't know that Rohit Sharma is going to galvanize a side into playing the most thrilling one-day cricket I have ever seen India play. Forget what happened on the 19th of November. They played the most thrilling cricket and Rohit Sharma just rose and rose and rose and rose as a leader. Now, suddenly, Rohit Sharma is, except for one specific group on social media, is this wow guy whom everybody loves.
Yeah.
So now you've taken away someone you love. Rohit Sharma in CSK would have been captain for as long as he wanted. But he talked about head and heart.
Yeah.
You're looking at succession planning that corporates do. So after Tendulkar, who was captain of Mumbai Indians? Harbhajan Singh.
Yeah.
Who was made captain? Interim Ricky Ponting, who was captain in waiting? Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma captain for 10 years. Now there's another succession planning going on. I need captain for another 5 or 6 years, assuming his body holds.
Yeah.
Maybe Hardik Pandya can be that captain for the next 5-6 years. The issue is not only Rohit Sharma. The issue is there are 2 other outstanding players who wanted to be captain.
See, that's the confusion for me when I'm seeing it from the outside, right? There's a few things that are a bit of a confusion. One is, of course, is there some discontent in the team? Forget, everyone on social media, everyone in the media is focusing on, is Rohit, Hardik. You forget there's a Surya Kumar Yadav who's been leading India successfully in T20s. There's a Jasprit Bumrah who has led India in test matches, right? There are those 2 who may have been not aware that, somebody will come from the outside. By outside, he's captaining some other team. You think that's done for 3 years. He's going to be there. These 2 could be a little disgruntled. Also think about it. When there is a coalition, right? And you get another party in, that leader has to say, I will get all my MLAs with me. Now, Rohit is like that, and there is no secret, and we have all seen it play out. Rohit has the die-hard loyalty of all the youngsters. And it is a position of respect that he commands, he doesn't demand. Right? We've seen
no respect is ever demanded. If you demand respect, you never get it.
Correct, right? So there are enough players, enough people in the world we see who demand it and say, I want it. But he commands, the way he does it, the hand that he puts on the shoulder of young players and the way he takes care of them, you can tell. So he has to get not just himself, but those players also have to see their leader doing what Hardik is saying that Rohit's, forget head, forget heart, Rohit's hand is on my shoulder, is what Hardik said. And that is going to be so important. So I think that, if it plays out, will be great. I think what has happened, you were talking about corporates, I think what has happened is, there have been captaincies that have gone before from legend players, right? They've, Sachin passed on, MS Dhoni, captaincy to Jadeja, Virat Kohli left his captaincy. At all those times, knowing how invested the fans are, the communication to the fans was very well orchestrated. Right? This time it just seemed like a bolt from the blue. I just hope they had better communication inside than what has been portrayed outside.
That's a simple thing. There are 2 parts to it. You're right. But communication to the world always helps if both parties, reluctantly or non-reluctantly, are finally at peace with the decision. So if I'm at peace with the decision, so if I've come and told you that, okay, you're not going to be captain next year and we are looking to move on, and you're okay with it. Then here's my new captain. The 2 of you I can get together and say, this is the baton has been passed from you to you and this is how it is. If I do not want to be, if I'm saying, no, boss, I don't really not want to be captain, I think I deserve to remain as captain, then how can you communicate it?
Fair enough. By the way, I just want to tell all of you, we're just speculating here.
Yeah, we have
before you start coming at us,
Yeah,
there's no inside
I
information.
actually think if I was Hardik Pandya, I thought of it. I said, if I was Hardik Pandya, what would I do? The first person I would get in touch with is Rohit Sharma. And I would say, Sarji, you're tired. You've had a long run as captain, a draining series, a World Cup that left you devastated at the end. You're taking the team of which I hope I will be a member to the World Cup, T20 World Cup. Aap na chill kariye. You just go and bat and win us 6-7 games with your bat, Sarji. Don't worry about kaun kidhar khel raha hai kya. Just chill at bat. Do you want to be impact sub? I don't mind. But you are there and I am here. Whether you feel that way or not, that is what I would say. And my second and third call would be to Sky and to Bumrah and saying, sir, you are champion. And I would almost be servant leader with those 3 people. And I'd say, I'll look after everybody else. आपको क्या बोलूं मैं? So it depends on Hardik Pandya's humility. That will depend on how the season goes. But also don't forget he's already done it. So let's not just write off Hardik Pandya. The captain has delivered incredibly.
Absolutely.
And if you look at the team that he's got, this to my mind is the best Mumbai Indians team in the last 3 years. If everybody is available. They had a fabulous auction, which is not something you always say about Mumbai Indians. I have not always said. And I think this is a team with all the force, as I said in my preview, all the forces flowing together, has it in it to go and win it this year.
No, I think it's a superb team. I mean, this batting lineup, the Indian batting lineup is out of this world. But even getting somebody like a Cricbuzz, just the kind of bowler that you can get on a pitch like this. I think this is a superb side. It is absolutely a fantastic side. My only question to this is, you're talking about this whole transition of, what they could have done. I mean, in that sense, Mumbai could have waited for a year and this transition could have happened naturally.
You don't know if it could have happened because then you won't know whether you'll get Hardik Pandya again. Whatever. I don't think we should speculate
there is
on what they are
definitely,
doing.
we're saying, the verdict is there is definitely no question mark about Hardik's credibility as a leader. But a lot of it depends on the fact that a status quo has been upset. Now, with star players over there, are they all aligned for the common cause? Is there absolute harmony in that dressing room? I think that's what we like to say. That there's nobody who's disgruntled, and they're all star performers.
Purely as a team, fantastic team.
Yeah.
You can play Romario Shepherd, you can play Mohammad Nabi. You got 5 Indian players.
It's a
team David at 6. Top 5 Indian players. You can do what you want with
It's
the
the
bowlers that
strongest team
follow.
by-
Only thing is, key players are injured a little bit. I saw. Nuwan Tushara bowl a spell. If they can get that out of him, he could well be the bowler out of all the 4
Remember, they've done a
overseas
bowling
bowlers.
coach swap. Malinga
has come back. So I just think if they have their forces going in one direction, they are one of my favorites.
Okay, so that's it. That's the only thing we're hoping, that that communication inside is clear and everybody is cool with it. I think the team is really good, and the reason why I've given it, I'll tell you why I've given it fingers crossed, is because I feel a lot of it is dependent on that harmony being in there, right? Because a watershed moment has happened, right? So if the harmony is there, I think they're a shoo-in for the playoffs. If that harmony, it just depends on that. That's why I've given them. And you?
Fair point. I'm a thumbs up. It's a very strong team, and I think they're professional enough to see beyond.
And plus, I think Hardik Pandya surprised us enormously with Gujarat Titans. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt and in leading the side.
Amazing. I just hope that there is, because then these guys are going to be... You want 8 teams to be fighting for the playoffs, right?
Yes.
You want 8, if not 10. Maybe 11 to be fighting for them. Jason Behrendorff is injured. They've got in Luke Wood. So that means there are 3 from the same family, I think, who will be here. There's Luke Wood, there's Mark Wood, and there's their cousin Touch.
Touch is still here. Mark has gone.
Mark is gone?
Mark has got the contract of his life. He's 35 years old. He's got a 3-year contract from ECB.
So he's chilled. So Mark is gone now.
Yeah.
So his cousin has come. Touch. Which is exactly what I'm doing for Mumbai's chances as well. There you go. Next team. We're looking at Lucknow. Well, their captain is also changing his position. Not changing his team. He's changing his position. Not going to be opening anymore. That's KL Rahul. And Harsha, that's interesting, because I think there's the other brother, Mark Wood.
With a red line on him.
With the red on his name.
And they've got Shamar Joseph for
I know Gaurav likes reds because he talked about Mark Wood and he doesn't return anything that's red.
Reds. The table and my team, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Of course.
not doing badly.
Which is that team?
सर बाद में बात करते हैं जरा बाहर मिलो ऐसे कैसे let's talk about the captain, of course, KL Rahul. I think the existential question, the business question, perhaps that it was a point we were discussing earlier, is right. There's a team, you have this guy, he's opening, he's the captain, he's in great form, he does well as an opener. But now his India ambitions are aligned towards the middle order, because that's what they do with KL Rahul. Abhi tum middle order ho, abhi tum open karo.
Abhi keeper batsman ho, abhi keeper ho, abhi batsman ho.
They do that with him. But in a way, sacrificing what his optimizes IPL role for a potential India role.
Yeah, and they played in with it. I mean, if you look at it, firstly, they've replaced Gambhir with Langer, you know.
Yeah.
One intense brooding character with another. Both of them extremely competent, extremely committed, but, you know, they are like that. But look, they've compromised for it, and if you look at the record, it doesn't seem to suggest that it's a good idea. But the point of it is that, again, 85 versus 24, perhaps 24 is the smallest set. The other point is they've given him enough for them to say, okay, not only if you're moving, I'm going to shuffle my team around. So they trade also. They go and give away Avesh Khan and get Devdutt Padikkal to say, okay, I've got an Indian there in that slot. So they have gone out of their way to fulfill or, you know, agree to his wishes, which I think is fantastic, because if you're backing him as a captain, you need to do all that.
Yeah, this KL Rahul had said on my show, he says that when Ravi and Virat, if you remember, in the England tour, they had said, no, we're not considering KL Rahul as an opener anymore. And then all the openers got injured, and then they came back to him and said, very sheepishly and almost smiling, and saying, sorry, buddy, we're feeling sheepish about it, but we're going to ask you to open. And he said, I'll do anything that is required of the team. So yeah, he's moving to 4, but you never know.
It's a challenge for him. It's a challenge. He's not going to get 4 for India in T20 cricket because that belongs to Sky whenever he's fit.
Yeah.
So can he play in a manner that says, I'm challenging for number 5 as that keeper? As of now, all the keepers in contention for India, whether you're talking Ishan Kishan, we're going to talk at length about Rishabh Pant, but whether you're talking...
Jurel, Jitesh,
Jurel and Jitesh are down there,
Samson.
but Sanju Samson is up, Ishan Kishan is up. If you can be a keeper at 5-6, he'll have to change his game, but if there's one person who has the skill to do it, it is KL Rahul. I have one other reason why I'm happy with this move.
Yeah.
Which is number 4, 5 don't get orange caps. KL Rahul loves orange.
Yeah.
And it will force him to become a completely different player. It might look like I'm coming hard and saying he's a selfish player, he wants that. I've always believed that KL Rahul is a player who is far, far better than he sometimes allows himself to be.
Okay, so
And if
in a
he
way
can
you're
be
saying
that,
give him lesser
and go and beat
deliveries,
he's
more
got
pressure.
15, 14 balls.
Yeah.
KL Rahul, unlock that skill in you and go and wow us in the middle order and say, here, KL Rahul's coming in, spinners, watch out, quick bowlers, watch out. If he can do that, then Lucknow has a good season. Otherwise, I'm a little worried about
It's a
them.
dangerous team then, because if you see, look at the firepower there in that middle order. Puran, Rahul, Stoinis.
Yes.
I mean, they can whack it out of the
And
ground.
then Badoni, Krunal,
Yeah.
they've got... They become a completely different side.
Also, this is a very all-rounder heavy side. Lots of good all-rounders.
Yeah.
Bishnoi?
Who opens with Quinny, of course. So Quinny opens with Devdutt
Except
Padikkal.
that-
You also have an option of Kyle Mayers.
Correct, except that in SA20 he didn't score a run, so he went down the order.
Yeah.
But also depends on what kind of pitches they get. One of the problems with Lucknow last year was at home they didn't score runs. As soon as they left Lucknow, they all had a great season. Quinton de Kock and KL Rahul were striking at 106, 107 last year.
That huge partnership
that
last year.
surface also, that pitch.
Correct.
Yeah.
So will you get
Is that your phone?
That's not mine.
Is that your phone?
That's not mine.
joy?
That's not mine. That's not mine. That's yours for a change.
No, it isn't. I think it was the air conditioning.
Okay, it could be.
Yeah, it was the air conditioning. Just keeps... when the topic of discussion becomes hot, the AC kicks in some more. That's what happened. Yeah. So we were talking about, bringing back...
Your phone ringing.
No, it wasn't. We're
just
still...
check.
No, I'm sorry.
Just check. I think it's your phone ringing.
I'm sorry. You just play.
He's put his phone on silent.
Put it away. It's not there. It does not belong.
Put his phone on silent. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Joy has gone from this show. I tell you, the joy has gone because Joy's phone will not be ringing. But anyway, yeah, to Lucknow, we were talking about the surfaces. We're also talking about Ravi Bishnoi, who has been their kingpin bowler, and a lot is they're relying on him a lot.
And
this
he has
time as well.
done everything asked of him, whether for them or for India.
Yeah.
He has been, his last 12 months, Ravi Bishnoi has been the player to watch. He won't mind if that surface is a little sluggish. He won't mind at all. That allows Krunal Pandya to come in. It allows maybe Amit Mishra. You know, I met Amit. I don't know if you were around. I met Amit Mishra. And he said, he's always smiling, right? He said, Sanji, सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या हुई है Indian cricket में? Impact सब. मैं 4 साल और खेलूंगा. मैं 4 साल और खेलूंगा.
Yeah.
I'll come and bowl. I'll bowl my 4 overs and I'll go away. So they could do that. So from that point of view, yes, if they get that surface, they'll have to adjust to that surface. I'm not sure they'll like it. And to me, the big thing with LSG, the change for KL Rahul, they've got a new coach. Look, I know Justin very well. I've worked a lot with Justin Langer. And he is so intense, but he's Aussie. Now remember, and I'm not saying it because the whole thing, Aussie being an island. Australians are intense people, but they know their culture very, very well. He'll have to try very, very hard to understand other cultures. And if things go against him, his intensity and his emotion might just work the other way. So I think it's a huge test for Justin Langer, who's a deep thinker, good man, but very emotional. So it's a test for Rahul, it's a test for Langer. That's why I thought I'm uncertain. That's why I've gone this way with the...
There is, of course, they have gone from strict headmaster to strict principal.
That's correct.
You've gone from Gambhir to Langar. Both very serious individuals. Yeah, Justin is just in to the Lucknow team. He's their new head coach. What does that leave us with, gentlemen? The verdict on Lucknow, making it or not?
For me, I've gone fingers crossed for only one reason, because I feel that they're a very versatile side. Yeah. They can do it everywhere, but I don't think they need to get together properly. And I think all of us are like that. You know, it's a strong side. Both times, remember, both the guys,
years.
both the 9th and 10th teams who joined have made it to the semi-finals both years.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's a great record to have. So, they're still there. They have a lot of firepower. And my only other thing is that, Mohsin Khan.
I hope he does.
Bowls.
He's gone through
because they've given away
terrible injury. If he comes back and bowls the way he did when Virat said, wow, what a bowler about him. If he goes back to that,
2 seasons back,
it makes a big... There's another young kid called Yudhvir Charak that people are talking very highly about. So if they can get one of these, then the bowling becomes complete. Otherwise, the bowling will be a bit short.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to our next team. It's Rajasthan. Still no RCB. Actually, going by the chart. They're going by the table.
Yeah, because last year, RCB played in Bangalore, so they didn't qualify.
That's right. That's another problem, right? Okay, so let's talk about Rajasthan. Very excited about this team for a few reasons. One, of course, is Yashasvi Jaiswal up top, who's just been magical.
Sorry.
Another, sir को पानी पीने दो, मैं आ रहा हूँ उनके पास. Yeah, आ रहा हूँ, रुको. Meme बना था sir last year आपके ऊपर.
What? Because मैं पानी पी रहा था.
पानी पियो, आप थोड़ा पानी पियो, क्योंकि अभी आपका गला थोड़ा सूखने वाला है इसके बाद. पी लो. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ उसमें थोड़ा मिला के भी कुछ पी लो, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर यही माहौल था, यही पार्टी थी. When Joyda just said something, Joyda के साथ क्या होता है ना, excitement में कभी-कभी he says, the twist of
What
phrase.
exactly did I say?
You said something about Riyan Parag, which then it went viral to the point that
it became COVID.
Sir, it became like Oppenheimer, sir. It became like $1 billion.
I said they have 6 batsmen, 4 bowlers, and Riyan Parag. What exactly is wrong with that statement?
No,
because
actually correct.
Niyat chupti nahi hai.
Yeah. So that's what happened, but look what has happened after that.
Yes.
This year, Riyan Parag has come ready after domestic runs. And he has got bagfuls of them. Excess baggage lag raha hai, sir.
So, I believe Riyan Parag in an interview said, every time I put my pads on, I close my eyes. I said, instead of saying Bajrang Bali ki jai, I said, Joy Bhattacharjya. And I went out to walk. I went out to bat. And he scored a bag full of runs.
I love the way he plays. In fact, my basic point is, they shouldn't be playing him at 6.
Okay.
If you bat him, I really feel 6 is a pressure batting situation. If you can bat him at 5, and they can, because if you look at their team, Butler, Jaiswal, okay?
Yes.
If they go Samson,
Powell.
If they go Powell or Hetmeyer,
yes,
or
both.
At 5, he's perfect, because now you have Jurel, who's proved to be a really good finisher for you.
Yep.
So you can do that. You can get another distinct sub in.
Joy, that's the only team where everybody in the top 6 or 7 strikes at over 140.
Yeah. And they've got all boxes ticked. Look at their spin bowling. Look at their fast bowling. They've even got Nandre Berger, who's going to be really useful. Again, skiddy bowler, dangerous. The 2 bouncer rule will help him also.
Yeah. I think he's as a backup for Trent Bolt.
Exactly.
Trent Bolt.
Yeah. They've got the professor, of course. They've got Ashwin when you come to their bowling. And it's so interesting. They've got a guy who has been a star of T20s, whether it's this tournament, whether it's T20Is for India, and he's not played a single T20 World Cup game for India.
They forgot him. I think they forgot. He's like, they used to call Markwa Afghan because the forgotten war.
Yeah, the war.
I think he's a forgotten Chehel.
Yeah.
And I don't normally do this. I sent him a message after the contracts.
Yeah.
And he replied immediately. And I hope he takes 30 wickets this year.
Yeah.
And there's something about him. Listen, he has taken all his wickets in Bangalore, man. Add 1.5 to that.
He's made his reputation in Bangalore.
Yeah. So Chehel, Ashwin, you've got your spin covered. They've got Trent Bolt. He's still taking wickets. Yeah. Avesh Khan. So I actually think it's worked well for both. Padikkal there, Avesh Khan in. They've lost Prasidh Krishna. Yeah. They've got Kuldeep Sen. They've got quite a few others. I think this team is looking. It's got all bases covered. And since we started with him, if he doesn't do it this year, he should be kicking himself because Riyan Parag has gone and bowled. He's now going to be a bona fide sixth bowler if required in this side. He's bowled 20, 30 overs for Assam in Ranji Trophy cricket, and he's in tremendous form. I think
this is really, and even last year they were a good side, but Joss just precipitously fell off form. So this year, even if he's 70% of the form that he was the year before that, you have a superb side. This is for me.
He's in great form, by the way, Joy. He's in great form post IPL 23. He's done really well.
I like this team. I think this team. Oh, that's the AC going off now.
No, it's just
Joy's phone. No. Joy's phone
Save everything on my phone here.
Joy's phone sends him notifications saying there's a very interesting show happening on Cricbuzz. Tune in now. And sometimes he even puts it on while he's on the show. He's our own.
This is totally unnecessary.
This is Riyan Parag messaging him.
Is Riyan Parag saying thank you? That's Riyan Parag saying, please don't say nice things about me. You're demotivating me. Right? Oh, look at He's actually, we've got Joy speechless. This doesn't happen very often. Let's enjoy this moment. We do. We think that Rajasthan is a team that can have us speechless this year. We're talking about, Harsha, we were talking about Yuzi taking wickets in Bangalore. He's taken your wicket once in Bangalore as well. Do you remember the evening we were sitting and kept you up till 12 o'clock?
Yes.
Took your wicket that day. you were falling asleep.
What?
In the restaurant. He's like, can I please go and sleep?
They won't let me go. And I don't have the capacity that they do to imbibe what they were imbibing. So I was being very conservative.
We had a couple of beers. I'll be honest.
Well.
We had a couple of beers. Did we drink more? Did we?
You never drink.
Look at the bill. Huh? I'll look at the bill. I'll have a look at the bill.
Not
you never know. It could be a self-goal only. It could be a self-goal. All right. Rajasthan, no self-goals from them this year. According to me, I feel definitely thumbs up to playoff.
They've got bases covered. Something happens to Powell or Hetma, they've got Kohler, Cadmore. Something, they want an extra spinner. They go somewhere else. They can leave out one of the two batters and play Jurel as a pure batter, play Zampa. Something happens to Bolt, they've got an Andre Berger. This is a very well-picked side. And remember, they look after their players well. It's always a happy side. So I'm big thumbs up for Rajasthan Royals this year.
No, huge. And somebody like Shubman Dubey, really
Shubman Dubey as the impact sub.
Impact sub, batting, comes in, smashes it, goes away. I am completely thumbs up. I think they and Mumbai are the two strongest looking teams for me in this tournament.
Okay, fantastic. So we're in Rajasthan. A thumbs up to us. Moving to the next team.
What is your phone saying? What are people saying?
This was the producer.
Next team. No, next team.
This was the producer saying कि अब तो बात कर लो RCB के बारे में. कर ले? अभी भी नहीं. चलो कर ही लेते हैं.
Jai Smriti, Jai Smriti.
Come on. They have a trophy. Can they make it 2 trophies in a span of 3 months? Well, their fans are thirsty for it. You could tell how much it meant. You could tell.
Generally in Bangalore, people are thirsty, but that's okay.
Oh, sir, very, very contextual low blow.
I know.
It is a contextual humor.
It is a low blow.
It's a low blow.
Let us admit it.
It's a low blow.
So he went to Bangalore, he got thirsty.
That's right.
He's still not forgiven you for it. That's the basic point.
He's forgiven me for having a couple of beers. And
for keeping up till 12 o'clock.
The evening that he has had, I tell you, is that such a good evening. Sir ने आपको बताया नहीं, he had a bit of grape juice himself. Yeah. Bit of grape juice.
A bit.
Just a bit. Just a
but
tad.
Because it was only a bit, I had more fun while others had more than a bit. But no, RCB will get upset.
That's
RCB.
Right. By the way...
they're on an economy drive. You do know that, right?
Yeah? What do you mean?
Their new jerseys, I mean, they ran out of colors, so they got the red and blue from Delhi.
Oh.
So that's how you can see the RCB.
But they're a sustainable team. So they're recycling.
No, not just recycling. Have you seen the way it's designed? They could wear them for Holi and it wouldn't matter.
Oh.
I get the feeling Joy doesn't like the New Jersey.
And there is a third connect I have. They don't need to buy a green jersey this year. They can get the ones that Zomato had ordered for their drivers.
Which they're not using anymore. Sustainability. I love it.
I've figured it all out. It's
I love it. I love the fact that Joy had prepared this stand-up set.
I hadn't. It just struck me. The first part of it struck me. The last part of it strikes me now.
Okay.
I used to like that jersey.
It was a very good jersey. Do you remember?
I used to love that jersey.
Of course, I remember that jersey when Vijay Mallya was there. When they had all the booze brands on it. If you remember, we had discussed this as well. When I told them the only thing missing is masala papad and crispy peanuts. And you can just put them and have
But it's fantastic. Now you could order off their shirts. I'll have one of that, one of that.
In Bengaluru.
Joy's on a roll, man.
Yeah, he really
Order off the shirt. Like QR codes.
I'll tell
Two
you
of
why I'm
those were
excited.
that.
I'll tell you why I'm excited about RCB's chances this year. There is a champion player there who has not played cricket for a few months, and you know that this guy is not used to being out of the limelight. He's not used to not being the center of attention. He's not used to not playing, batting, dominating. Of course, I'm talking about Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli will come out to play, I feel, like someone possessed because he's not played in a while. And I think sometimes you just know. It's almost like childlike. It's almost like us. We're getting together after so long and we are so excited. You can imagine how excited and pumped up he'll be to bat in the IPL.
I totally believe that, and I believe they have such a powerful top six. It is an amazingly powerful top six. That's a terrifying array of talent.
Yeah.
If you look at it, Virat, Plessis, Maxwell, Green, Patidar,
And Cricbuzz.
and
Cricbuzz.
and Cricbuzz.
Dinesh. Yeah.
I mean, just look
It
at
is.
that.
There are three teams that have a comparable top: Rajasthan Royals, Mumbai Indians, and RCB. Have
Absolutely.
a top six that is scary.
And I love, can I tell you something? This is such a departure.
And Will Jacks, sorry, and this Will Jacks, should something happen to Cameron Green?
Yeah, and this is such a departure from what you usually say about the RCB team, which is that it's top three reliant or it's top three heavy. And it has been. And they've always delivered. Like last year, it was Faf, Maxwell, and Virat. I think between the three of them, they got 75% of the runs for RCB. This time, they have a destructive top six. That doesn't just help the team, it helps the three who've been scoring as well.
Absolutely. And Patidar is back. Patidar was injured last year. And though he's not had a great test series, remember, he's there in the test seat because he had a fantastic domestic season before that.
Yeah, and let's not, this is the most important thing, right? While we keep talking about, you talk about Mumbai and you're talking about Rohit and Hardik and that captaincy, what completely flies under the radar is the trade that happened to ensure or to enable Hardik to come to Mumbai, which is Cameron Green, champion player, who Mumbai paid so much money for. They had to let him go to Bangalore, and Bangalore's just grinning, going, thank you.
Well, they paid a lot of money, so he's got to deliver for the money that they spent on him. But yeah, on that surface, Cameron Green, can you imagine him saying, I get only one game in Bangalore? No, I'm getting 7 games in Bangalore. So there's a lot of power in there. Plus, see now what happens. Cameron Green, 2 overs of pace, odd day 3. Maxwell, 2 overs of spin, odd day 3. Plus the wicket keeper, all in the top 6.
Yeah.
Now the flexibility it gives you. My fear for RCB only is that the top 6 is so good, they'll have to ensure that the bottom 5 are just as good. But you mentioned Virat Kohli. If I had to gently sledge him when he came into bat, I'd stand there and say, "Do bachon ka baap aaya hai." But there has been talk.
Younger than most kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the way his fitness is.
And there has been some talk, should Kohli make the side for the T20 World Cup or no? Now, Virat Kohli, at this stage in his career, really doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. But you know Virat very well. You tell him there's nothing to prove and it's like kryptonite. It's just taken everything away from him.
Yeah.
So whisper in his ear, T20 World Cup in June. There he comes. And I want to see Virat Kohli come out and say, guys, what were you talking about? You didn't want me?
Yeah, I think that's going to happen, by the way. I think that's going to happen. They have, of course, when it comes to the spin department, they're very blessed. They have Shriyanka, they have Shobna, as there's
Sophie Molina, Georgie Behram.
Sorry.
Wrong. That's the wrong Bengaluru.
Sorry, wrong RCB. Sorry, wrong RCB. Male RCB, men's RCB, gents RCB.
Giants.
Sir, where spinner, sir?
They got Mayank Dagger for Shahbaz Ahmed.
Yep.
Which is not like saying that I got Gaurav Kapur for some other anchor type, you know. So that's slightly like for like.
That is not my fault. Please.
That is the AC. I'm just telling you that's the AC. I'd put it on power saver mode before we started. Big mistake. Just keeps coming and going.
I got Karan Sharma.
Yeah.
But I'm searching. I searched and I searched and I searched. I counted 9 fast bowlers.
Yep.
And I counted 2 spinners plus Lomror.
Yep.
So they're going to struggle away.
Yeah.
No. But look, that's the thing. Look at their management also. So they have now gone complete England management. I think Mo Bobat, the guy who runs their high performance institute, is there. Andy Flower, who's been spent a huge amount of time with the English team, he's there. So I think they are looking at that kind of setup. We will bat you out of the game.
It's not a bad
in the Chinnaswamy, nothing works. We had lots of good spinners also. They didn't work for us. Doesn't matter. We'll blow them away. We are going to live and die on this hill. Terrific top order. Good fast bowling, and take our chances.
See, 3 batters in the top 5 or top 6 means you take away degrees of freedom. We talked about Mumbai Indians, top 5 Indians, you can do what you want. So they've got 9 fast bowlers. If you go through that list again, I'm just reading through my list. They've got Alzari Joseph, Lockie Ferguson, Reece Topley, Tom Curran. Only one of them can play, and all your Indian fast bowlers have to play. But they've got good Indian fast bowlers: Vijay Kumar Vishak, Akash Deep. These are good bowlers. Mohammad Siraj. So they'll need the Indian fast bowlers to deliver for them. Then they are a side to.
I think just bases their batting and the fact that they
got them thumbs
with
up,
Lomrod coming at 7, I think just in terms of their batting, I think I want to give them a thumbs up.
You know, you guys are all class teachers who सबको marks दे देते हो.
Sir, I'm on the IB.
I'm
on the
this is
IB
the era.
model.
This is the
Wait,
era.
I just want to count right now. How many thumbs ups have you given right now?
I've given Chennai,
No, मैं तो 3
Mumbai,
दिए हैं.
Rajasthan, Bangalore. 4 I've given till now.
You've given 4, you've given 3.
See, this is
How
the
many teams
era.
qualify for the semi-finals?
This is the era where in Hindi literature you get 102%. So we can all give marks like that.
Sir, I think there is a difference. There is the CBSC board, there is the ICSE board, and there is IB. When in IB, everyone's given participation. Right? So everyone is given a medal. Everyone says, please is encouraged. I'm on the IB model now. You are just on the old CBSE model that there is a gold, silver, bronze, and everybody else dies.
No. I'm
लोग बात कर रहे हैं.
I'm West Bengal Madhyamik. Where getting 60% is first division आया है. Like those old Hindi films है ना, बेटा pass हो गया. Everyone used to be so happy. Now if you go and say बेटा pass हो गया, you'll get 1 slap from your parents. Of course, you
लोग
won't get
बात
slapped.
कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने 10th standard exam उल्टी दूरबीन से देखी है, वो दूर कहीं थी.
मैंने तो 10th स्टैंडर्ड एग्जाम और 12th स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड एग्जाम दोनों हॉबल टेलीस्कोप से देखे हैं. हॉबल करते करते गया था और हॉबल करते करते बाहर आया. आइए, की हॉबल इज नेक्स्ट. It's terrible. I have to read I read a tweet. Okay, so I've just read a tweet right now where somebody said that GK, that's me, when KKR comes, don't say, because every year you say, now Kolkata has come, so only Joyda will talk. I say every year. So this year don't say it.
So why?
I'll be honest with you. I was planning to say it. Right, क्योंकि हमारे पास राइटर बजट तो है नहीं ना, जो कौन लेके यार 5 में, right? So, but because you have said it, you're one person on Twitter who very well could be our director, who's a Red Raiders fan. But I will submit to your wishes, and I will say we are now talking about Kolkata, and Harsha and me will not.
Oh, I thought you're saying we'll just 2 of us keep talking, and Joy will be like kabaddi.
Let me get in the game.
Actually, can we do that? Can we? Because he tried to slid in Knight Riders in the first team.
He's already finished talking about KKR and all the other teams.
So now, Joyda will not speak. Now you see, आपने कभी किसी, do you remember, sir, आपको तो याद होगा, sir, जल बिन मछली, नित्र बिन बिजली.
Correct.
पढ़.
1971.
Sir, पढ़ाई करके आया हूँ, sir.
V. Shantaram.
Sir,
You're studying his budget.
I did not read the run order of the show. I read no statistics, no averages, no numbers. I only learned songs from 1970s for you.
Let me Google Jal bin Machli
नित्य बिन बिजली
के गाने.
जब तक आप वो करते हो, सर आइए शुरू करिए. मैं तबला बजाता हूँ, आप शुरू करिए.
हाँ सर, बता रहे.
चलिए,
आप करते हैं पहले.
सर पहले तो कप्तान की बात करते हैं. He of course will कप्तान be there or not be there?
So I think they're saying he's fit, and I think whatever it is, they will have him play the first couple of games. Kolkata actually doesn't have a bad schedule. I think they have 3 games still where the schedule has been announced.
Yeah.
So it's an easy schedule for them, and I think it's important for him to be there for that first game. Interestingly, I think the most important change they have is who's come in, and it's not about the players. It's about Gautam Gambhir. And it's a very strange
What
thing.
number is he going to bat at?
He can bat at any number. He still can bat.
No, okay,
That's confusion. No, but the question about Shreyas is he back or he's back? Is he back or he's back?
It's back.
Yeah.
No, it seems that he's okay to play the first match at least. And I think the only thing is what's going to be interesting is the fitness of some of their key players.
Yeah.
So that's him. The other is Andre Russell, because as I said, there's a lot of mileage on Andre Russell. He plays in leagues around the world.
Yeah.
The only thing is now that they have somebody of the quality of Mitch Stark, he may not need to bowl that much because they have somebody who's an end overs bowler. This team looks a really threatening team if Kolkata has the kind of pitches they had when we were around in 2013-14.
I'll tell you something. Roy Dada decided not to come. Amina Abe to
You know why?
Kolkata
Because a runaway bride has come to Kolkata this year, which is Mitch Stark. So they've got to have another runaway bride. So Jason Roy is now auditioning for that role of the runaway bride. But you know what?
It's good. The replacement is solid.
It's very good. So what that replacement, which is Phil Salt, does, it gives them an option with Rahmanullah Gurbaz as the wicket keeper, because otherwise they're struggling with a wicket keeper.
Yeah.
So now Phil Salt, if he can get those kind of tracks, will become an excellent
Phil Salt against the West Indies in
He's
that
the
T20
number 2
series.
rated T20 international player in the world, batter in the world.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this is already looking like a much better team.
Yeah.
Add to that Rinku Singh's, improvement, playing India, playing this thing. He's also risen there. I think Sherfin Rutherford is somebody who can really slot in. My only thing is, every year you wrote down 2 names in the 11 every time blindly for Kolkata, which was Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell.
Yeah.
And I think this year Kolkata is better served if you don't write them down blindly. You save him. Andre Russell is still a match winner, but don't play him for 14 games. Don't slog him. Keep him, put him in, give him some amount of
Use him
rest.
as a Brahmastra.
Use him as a weapon.
The movie did well, no?
Yeah, of course it did.
Not
as well as Stark did, though. Right now.
So I would just look at all the KKR fans and say, this is not Durga Puja that Stark has arrived, because producer has given some numbers, which is post 2021 at the death, Mitch Stark 11.3 economy rate, new ball 37 overs, 7 wickets since 2021.
Okay.
But how large is that set in T20?
Look at him in pain.
Obviously. So the great savior has come after 9 years and then you are doing Rang Mein Bhang, sir.
No, but that is not considered the savior. The real savior is Gautam.
Actually, that's true. I have to tell you that Joy has obviously spent time with Gautam Gambhir at Knight Riders, and he's waxed eloquent about how he thought that Gautam was one of the best captains ever in the history of the IPL. I got to tell you one thing that Gautam had said, and which I love. I love this clarity of thought, and when you let professionals do their job. He said that when he took over as captain, he had a chat with Shah Rukh Khan, where Shah Rukh told him that, listen, my business is movies. I would not expect you to tell me what to do with movies. Yours is cricket. I'm not going to tell you what to do with cricket. You run the team the way you want to. Whatever you need from me, I will come and do.
But he's consistent.
Dance with the players, have fun, pep talk, whatever, I'll do that.
You have to hand it to Shah Rukh. He's been consistent and he's not interfered. He's done that. So I think they've got a decent side, because much like India, they've got 3, 4, 5. Shreyas Iyer, Nitish Rana, Rinku Singh. 3, 4, 5. Russell at 6. That is enough power. I just think they've got to get Venkatesh Iyer to open the bat.
Exactly. And Venkatesh Iyer opened last year. Just hasn't given them that thing.
He gave them 300-400 runs last year, so it was not such a bad season. They used him as an impact sub.
Not like the 21 finals.
So if he opens, I actually have a very interesting team, which I'll read out to you. Tell me what you think. Open with Nitish Rana and Venkatesh Iyer. Okay, think about it. That allows you to play Sherfin Rutherford at 4. Shreyas Iyer 3, Sherfin Rutherford 4, Rinku Singh 5, Andre Russell 6. Then you play Narayan Stark, Varun Chakravarti, Suyash Sharma, and one of Harshit Rana or Vaibhav Arora.
Sir, great team. I'll tell you the problem. No wicket keeper.
Where's the keeper?
इस टीम में एक विकेट कीपर था कहीं यार. विकेट
सर हो गया.
नहीं सॉल्ट आ जाएगा. चलो नहीं चलेगी. ये
सर नमक के बिना डिश कैसे बना सकते हो सर आप?
नहीं, I know what I thought of. I had KS Bharat as impact sub coming to keep wickets for Venkatesh Iyer.
Okay.
KS Bharat comes as impact sub.
Not a bad team. My only thing is that you wanted Gurbaz. You want Gurbaz, you don't want Salt.
So that is an alternate KKR team I thought of. Otherwise, I think they'll go with Salt as an opener. Salt and Iyer.
Yeah, because my also point is that you gave Gurbaz enough chances.
Yeah, Salt and Iyer.
Give Salt, he's a number 2 batsman, then give him a chance, give him 5 games.
Yeah.
And KKR, all I'm saying is, don't give us 7 opening batsman combinations this year. I mean, injuries did that. Yeah. Give us 2, give us 3, it's okay. Don't give us 7.
Sir, I would like, and because last year it was the luck of the draw, right? We were always trying to guess who the openers would be for Knight Riders. They didn't get runs from their openers, thus they kept changing them. Or maybe they didn't get runs because they kept changing them. Nobody knows, chicken and egg. But this year you'd hope not. My vote goes to Phil Salt and Venkatesh Iyer.
Yes.
Your vote for openers?
Will Salt and Venkatesh Iyer, Shreyas, Rana, Rinku, Russell, Narayan. It's still a very good side.
Excellent.
I think their season depends not as much, on what Gautam Gambhir can do off the field, which is tell the curator. We are playing 7 games here. Our strength is Sunil Narayan, Varun Chakravarti, Suya Sharma. It doesn't matter for mid-stock. Give me a track that my spinners can bowl on.
Absolutely.
I've got 3 India batters in my top 5. They all play spin well. Give me those tracks. If you can give me those tracks, then we can win. And his role might actually be off the field and telling them, give me those tracks.
Okay, fair enough. Your openers?
No, same, exactly. Salt and Iyer, and so Iyer has to give it to them, and again, just back them for a while. See, what you will get with Gautam is a certain amount of consistency. Okay, play with these guys, back these guys, see the practice matches. Take a lot of time to decide what your 11 is, but once it's there, give them a run. And Gautam always used to do that. He wouldn't tinker. He wouldn't tinker over matches. And I think if he can bring that stability, just that stability which an international team needs. Also remember one thing. He has played with all the star players who are supposed to make a result. He has Captain Russell, he has Captain Narayan. So he knows what he gets out of them. Nitish is literally a protege of his.
Yeah.
So all these people, he knows enough to know what he can get out of them. So also he will be far
He
better.
runs the side or Pandit runs the side?
He has to run the side. He has to run the side.
Seems like with that kind of credibility,
And
that
see,
kind of
look,
track record, and
with-
that team.
Absolutely. And with absolutely no, this thing, Pandit has had a fantastic domestic track record. But Pandit is a coach. And a coach who works with Ranji Trophy players over 7-8 months, makes them better, makes mediocre sides into champion sides. Fantastic coach.
Yeah.
IPL, you don't need a coach, you need a manager. You need somebody who say, okay, Andre, what do you want to do today? You feel like practicing? Don't practice. I need you healthy for the next 3 matches. I agree.
And you get young. You need a big coaching unit for 25 players anyway, right? So yeah, you need that manager. You need people who are running the nets. You need all sorts of things. Somebody who's taking care of the young Indian players. You need all of that. But the verdict. Let's go for the verdict. And I just saw it, and I have almost fallen off my chair. I got up. I sat back down again as if nothing had happened.
Why? What happened?
Dekho aap.
What happened?
Report card dikhao.
Kya hua?
See what Joy has done. After all that, he's given.
Why?
Yeah.
So have you guys.
But we are not Joy, Baba.
Sir, our blood is not purple, sir.
But thank God they're still purple. No red in the jersey, no?
No red in the jersey. Yeah, all the red was taken by between Bangalore and Delhi. They finished the red.
Other teams have taken it. Of course, black, that jersey. Oh, come on, good jersey.
Oh, that was the best jersey.
One of the best jerseys.
Night Riders, early, that Nokia in the front. You can say it now because I don't think it
One of the best jerseys ever.
Yeah.
Purple and gold. Deep purple.
Black and
The original was black and gold.
Original, black and gold.
I like the deep purple.
Yeah, I like the black and gold from the
Deep
first
Purple
3 years.
was season 3, which was also nice.
Deep purple is also music ka kuch
Band.
connection hai?
Music ka kuch?
Exactly.
मैं नहीं खेलता, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ.
I'll taste.
मेरे बैट दो, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ.
नहीं, since you said music. अरे नहीं यार, music. Music is कजरा लगा के बिंदिया सजा के. That is Jal bin Machli Nritya bin Bijli. That is
when
music.
he started Kajra, I thought he was going to start singing Kajra Re. And I was like, what? He's in the 2000s? What is that? Okay, fine, I'll play for a little while longer. But anyway, the next team that we are talking about is, they say in Punjabi, they say, Oda kuch rehna nahi, sada kuch jana nahi. ठीक है? And that's Punjab. Jeete ya haare, always. That's how Punjab plays. They have changed their name. But their game doesn't change. For 10 years, they've not made the playoffs.
Somebody told me there's only 2 teams now that have the same name as they had when they started.
You are absolutely right.
Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yes.
They're the only 2 teams that still have the same name.
And there are CSK fans right now saying,
same name. No. Same name for every season of the IPL.
Every season. CSK was not there.
Was not there.
And Rajasthan was not there.
Was not there.
For 2 years.
Delhi has changed. Everyone else.
Yeah, everyone is. So
And even in those 2 years, Rising Pune took out one S.
Sir, they have changed. So this time, major Vastu numerology has happened for Punjab because last year they changed the name. This year they changed the ground only.
It'll be interesting not going to Punjab and not going to Mohali.
Yeah.
I've been going to that stadium since 1993-4 when the
Indra.
when the Hero Cup first started and it was ahead of its time, the stadium.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what this new stadium is going to be like.
Yeah. Mulanpur?
Yeah.
So what's it called?
I have no idea.
His kid.
But people who've seen it say it's a wow stadium. Just as the Lucknow stadium is a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
This is a wow stadium is what I was told.
Let's talk about the Punjab squad now. Let's have a look at what has happened there because there's always something going on. Good to see Shikhar Dhawan, of course, as the captain when it comes to a guy loved by all his teammates. Or this guy is
And a
a chart
record of
topper.
sorts. He's retained captaincy.
Yep.
For the 3 years before that, they had a new captain every year.
Yep. That's something new they've done. Because, see, normally they would change their coach and their captain. This year they changed the ground. So I'm happy that they've retained the captain. That is great. I love it. And a good guy, like they say. Maybe he is.
Preeti is going to come after you with a stick.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not factual, though. Right? It's all factual. We've seen it happen. And I'm also saying that it's a good thing. Like we're saying, it's a good thing they've retained that captain. And more importantly, like I say, Joy, he's a guy who is liked by everybody. And that, it helps, right? Long tournament, harmony.
A, it helps. B, he's very hungry. He's not playing international cricket now. He's had a storied, great international cricket career. He wants to do something. He is Punjabi at heart. He's playing for a team that he understands. He understands the psyche of the place and the people around him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has a bad team. He has 3-4 really good youngsters. He has the likes of Jitesh and all coming in. If Liam Livingstone, Curran can perform. Remember one more thing. If Rabada and Ellis, the likes of them, Arshdeep this time, and if you remember Bengal, the Vijay, not Vijay Hazard, Mushtaq Ali was won by Punjab.
Yeah.
Okay? And Mandeep was playing Arshdeep. And Arshdeep used the second bouncer rule really well. At least got 2 victims of short balls right at the end because, the batsman couldn't step up. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Arshdeep, Rabada,